There are so many new AI tools and features that come out all the time, it's hard to keep up with. But every once in a while, something comes along that actually changes how you work. This is one of those moments. Claude Cowork goes far beyond simple chatting. It's well named because it really does feel like a coworker you can delegate to. Not an assistant that answers questions, but one that actually gets things done. Thanks to HubSpot for sponsoring this video. So, what exactly is it? Claude Cowork is an AI agent that lives on your computer. It can plan and execute multi-step tasks directly on your files and interact with the apps and software you already use every day. Your calendar, your email, your documents. You describe what you want done and it figures out how to do it. To use it, you'll need to download the Claude desktop app. I'll link it in the description. You will need a paid account, either Pro or Max. It's not available on the free plan. When you open it up, you'll notice 3 tabs at the top. The first looks just like the Claude you already know, your chats, your projects, the regular interface. The other 2 are Cowork and Code. This video is about Cowork, but definitely explore the Code tab too. You don't need to know any coding at all. Just ask it to build something for you and see what happens. Those details are for a whole other video though. What makes Cowork different is that it uses the same powerful agentic architecture as Claude Code, but makes it accessible to everyone. You describe an outcome, step away, and come back to finished work. That's really the core idea. But here's what that means in practice. It has direct file access, meaning it can read and write to files sitting on your computer without you having to upload or download anything manually. For complex tasks, it actually spins up sub-agents working in parallel. So it's not just doing one thing at a time. It's coordinating multiple work streams simultaneously. It can produce professional outputs like formatted documents, spreadsheets, and full PowerPoint presentations. And it can handle long-running tasks without timing out. So you can hand it something genuinely complex and let it run. But let's jump in. This first example will be simpler just to get a feel for it. The next one is where things really ramp up. You'll notice right up front it says this is a research preview, so there may be some bugs along the way, but honestly, it's incredibly powerful for something that's still in preview. Before you run anything, you'll need to give it access to a folder to work from. It can be any folder on your computer. My recommendation is don't point it at your actual folders, create a new one. Or if you're working with files you already have, like I am here, duplicate that folder. That way, if anything goes wrong or it doesn't turn out how you wanted, your originals are untouched. So here's what I'm working with. I save a ton of stuff for thumbnail inspiration, but it's gotten completely out of hand. I have thumbnails related to AI. There's newer ones I haven't sorted yet. Screenshots of thumbnails from totally unrelated niches that I just thought were cool. There's a newsletter I subscribe to that covers outlier titles and thumbnails across different channels. And I have a whole folder of ads. A lot are from this account called the Ad Professor, but there's things that I think could potentially translate to YouTube. These are saved across all different places. It's actually really unusual for me to ever let anything get this unorganized. This has genuinely been bugging me. So I duplicated everything, dumped it all into one giant folder with zero organization, and I'm gonna let Cowork fix it. I'll select that folder so Cowork knows where to work. And you can actually see they use organize my screenshots as one of their example prompts because this is such a common problem. Their example won't cover everything I need, so I'll just describe what I have and what I want. In this folder are many different screenshots and images that are all meant to be used for thumbnail inspiration. They are mostly existing thumbnails or ads that could be inspiration. Some were taken on the YouTube homepage, some are from newsletters, some are from Twitter posts. They are completely unorganized. Rename them so it's obvious what they are, then organize them into a folder structure that makes sense and is easy to look through in the future to get inspiration. And before hitting run, you'll want to choose the right model for your task. For most things, Sonnet with thinking mode on is plenty. For very complex tasks, you can step up to Opus, which is the most powerful, but it burns through tokens much faster. There are limits per session, so for long, heavy tasks, especially if you're just on the Pro plan, it is possible to use them up and have to wait a few hours. This is much more of a concern when you're using Claude Code because you use Opus a lot more there, but it's worth keeping in mind here too. I'll send that off, and I'm covering a few use cases here. The next one will be much more powerful than this one, but if you want help with a lot more use cases and prompts to get you started, I do have a free resource provided by HubSpot. 12 advanced prompts to replace a week of work. These cover a bunch of different use cases, transcript to strategy engine, competitive intelligence report, all the way up to building a full marketing campaign. A bunch of very useful and actionable prompts, and they're structured specifically for Claude Cowork. It gives you a quick summary of the use case and what you need. Then when you click the drop down, it has a full optimized prompt ready to copy and paste. My favorite out of these is the marketing campaign builder. It goes really deep and gives great results. So grab your free copy using the link in the description. Thank you to HubSpot for sponsoring this video and creating this free resource. There are some seriously helpful prompts in there. Let's jump back in and check on this. And right now it is asking for permission because it needs to access my files. There are guardrails in place because it's working with your actual files. This is usually just at the start. Occasionally it will pause mid-task waiting for your approval, so if you walk away, just be aware of that. But that doesn't happen very often. And sometimes it will ask clarifying questions. Here it's asking how I'd like the folders organized. I'll say by style and type. Now it's off and running. It counted 345 files in the folder. Depending on what you're doing, it can be a good idea to start out with a smaller number to test with before sending it off on the full thing, but I think it's got this. You can click on the drop down here and actually watch its thinking in real time. You don't have to, but it can be interesting. It's already decided this is a big enough job that it needs to split the files into groups and run multiple agents in parallel, each analyzing their own batch. Then it will combine the results and execute everything at once. I'm not going to read everything it says, but just that should give you an idea of how capable this is. Typically, all I'll do is look up at the progress in the top right. It creates a checklist of tasks, then crosses them off as it finishes them. It's going to analyze the images in parallel batches, create folder structure, and rename and move all the files, then verify the final organization is complete and correct. Okay, this is all done now. It gave me a summary table showing all the folders, how many files are in each, and what style they represent. So let's look inside. There's 12 subfolders, each one named by style, and every single file has been renamed so you can tell exactly what it is at a glance. 345 files completely organized from a single prompt with barely any direction. I just told it what was in there, it figured out the rest entirely on its own. That is amazing. And what's really cool is I never have to do this manually again. I can just ask Cowork to run this on a schedule going forward. So I'll tell it on the first of every month, go through this folder, categorize any new images I've added, rename them, and move them to their proper folders. Then after I send that, you can see on the right side, it shows the skills and connectors it's using for the task, and you can see schedule is one of them. And I'll cover what those are in just a second. But just like that, it's done. It's now scheduled to run at 9 a.m. on the first of every month. So now I can just keep saving thumbnails whenever I see something I like, drop them into this folder, and Cowork handles everything else. No more worrying about all the clutter as they pile up. Cowork will take care of it. One note on that though is the desktop app does need to be open for scheduled tasks to run. If it's closed when the time comes, it will just kick off the task the next time you open it. All right, so that was a solid first example, a real housekeeping use case that I'll actually keep using. But now we're gonna get into something much more powerful. This next demo is gonna show you how Cowork can create brand new files and documents, interact with your connected apps, and browse the web, all in a single task from a single prompt. But before we get there, let me quickly walk through a few features you'll wanna understand first. Skills, plugins, connectors, and Claude in Chrome. First, skills. Skills are basically recipe cards, specialized instructions that teach Claude how to complete specific tasks in a repeatable, consistent way. A skill for building a PowerPoint, a skill for writing in your brand voice, a skill for analyzing data a specific way. Claude figures out which skills are relevant and loads them automatically, so you don't have to think about it. You can also trigger them manually with / commands if you want to make sure it's using a specific skill. And there are two types. Anthropic maintains a set of built-in skills, and those are available to everyone automatically. Then there are custom skills, which you or your organization can create for your own specific workflows. Plugins take that a step further. Instead of one skill, plugin bundles multiple skills together with connectors and / commands into one installable package. So instead of a single recipe card, it's an entire cookbook built around a specific job. Sales, legal, finance, marketing. You install one thing and Claude is immediately set up for that whole workflow. You can find plugins other people have already built and install them. There are a ton on GitHub. Just make sure you're getting them from a reputable source. Connectors are how Claude links to your external apps and services. Gmail, Google Drive, and Google Calendar are the big ones most people will use, but the list is huge. Slack, Notion, Gamma, Granola, and just a lot more. This is what makes Cowork feel native to your existing workflow rather than something separate you have to context switch into. Then Claude in Chrome is how you give Cowork access to the web. It's just a simple Chrome extension. I'll link directly to the right one in the description. Once it's installed, just make sure it's toggled on. All right, that's everything you need to know. Let's get into the good stuff. Here's the prompt I'm giving it. Check my calendar for meetings and help me prepare. In each meeting, I will have notes of the documents I need you to create and anything else that needs to happen. Read through the notes and follow all of the instructions. So that's it, short and simple. But then over on my calendar, you can see I have an acquisition meeting with Anthropic on Saturday. And in the meeting notes, I've laid out exactly what I need. This is, of course, for Futurepedia to acquire Anthropic. I think they'd make a great little addition to the channel. Then the notes tell it to create 3 things: a 1-page company brief on Anthropic as an acquisition target, covering their key assets, valuation, leadership team, and why they'd be a strategic fit for a YouTube channel focused on AI tools. A PowerPoint presentation titled Futurepedia's Strategic Acquisition of Anthropic, include how a YouTube-focused company acquiring them is a good idea, a very generous offer price, the synergies between our brands, and a post-acquisition vision for the company, and proposed next steps. Lastly, a draft email in Gmail to Dario, opening the door to a potential strategic transaction, make it aggressive in tone, like he'll miss out if he doesn't take us seriously. And I just added this meeting for the demo, but every single meeting on your calendar could have notes like this. Different documents, different tasks, different workflows. And Cowork just reads them and handles everything. Research, PowerPoints, briefs, emails, it adapts to whatever that meeting needs. Now, one quick tip before I hit send. Sometimes you'll want a much more detailed prompt than this. What I'll do is just jump over to the chat tab and ask Claude to help me expand and format it for Cowork. Then just copy and paste it into Cowork. That's actually how I put together the calendar notes for this example. The 2 tabs work really well together this way. Then I'll just click the plus button, go to connectors, make sure Gmail, Google Calendar, and Claude in Chrome are all toggled on. That's everything it needs. Let's send it off. It found the acquisition meeting with Anthropic and can see the notes outline 3 deliverables. I'll open this up. You can see it already hit a bunch of websites, gathered all the information it needs, found the PowerPoint skill on its own. It says it's starting these in parallel, creating the company brief and starting the PowerPoint simultaneously. So I'll close that up and let it work. And the checklist is up on the right, like always. It already has some done, just needs to finish the PowerPoint, draft the email to Dario, then do a final verification pass. So I'll come back in a minute when it's done. And there it is, all 3 done. Let's look at the brief first. It is perfectly formatted, exactly 1 page, it's clean, scannable, everything you'd want before walking into a meeting. I like this part under strategic fit. Futurepedia, as YouTube's leading AI tools channel, why thank you, is uniquely positioned to benefit from owning the underlying model layer. Vertical integration opportunity would give us unmatched credibility. Now the PowerPoint. So it looks great in here, but let me actually open the file in Keynote because, yep, it looks like it did create a real editable PowerPoint file. Why a YouTube channel should own the world's leading AI lab. Solid opener. Futurepedia has built the world's largest AI tools audience. Owning Claude closes the loop. We don't just review AI, we are AI. That one's good. The 14 billion annualized revenue dwarfs ad-based YouTube income. Yeah, by a little bit, I suppose. 500 billion all-cash acquisition offer. Not bad. Since this is all editable, I'm gonna bump this up to 1 trillion. That should get their attention. All right, where 1 + 1 = infinity. There's a new kind of AI company. And then the closer. The clock is ticking. The AI era waits for no one. Let's build the future together. All right, that was amazing. I think we're getting the deal done. Then there was that one last piece, the email to Dario. Let's open the draft. Futurepedia is prepared to acquire Anthropic. We're prepared to put 500 billion on the table. Got to change that to 1 trillion. All right, this line is good. If you're not at the table, you're on the menu. I'd rather we be at the table together. All right, I'm gonna send that off. Ball's in your court, Dario. All right, jokes aside, just think about what just happened. From one short prompt, it read the calendar, researched the company on the web, created a formatted 1-page brief, built a full editable PowerPoint, and drafted an email, all running in parallel, all done while I stepped away. And the way it's set up to read meeting notes means every meeting on your calendar can have completely different instructions. Research tasks, documents, emails, data polls, just whatever that meeting needs, it handles it. And honestly, this is a pretty simple example compared to what this is capable of. But one limitation worth mentioning is in its current form, Cowork doesn't have memory access across sessions. So if you need it to remember what it's done before, the workaround is to build that into your folder structure. Just ask it to create and maintain a running log file that it updates each session. Exactly how you'll do that will vary by use case, but that's the solution right now. I'm sure you're already thinking about how this applies to your own work or business. There are so many possibilities. You can shape this around whatever it is that you do. And if you want to go much deeper into learning all aspects of AI, we have a full course platform at Futurepedia with hundreds of lessons across around 30 AI courses. It's all organized with full learning paths on everything from ChatGPT to video generation to coding with AI and everything in between. You can get a 7-day free trial using the link in the description. Or I left this on the best for viewer setting, so YouTube really thinks you'll like watching this video next.